And let's take some time to learn a new member of the white oak family, new to this channel. And I'm looking up at the bronze, almost gold color of a bur oak tree in October against a beautiful blue sky. And it's my only wish that the blue skies continue into November, but they often don't near the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. The moisture gets trapped in the low levels of the atmosphere, and it's gray and gray and gray. So let's enjoy this. And we're looking up at this tree. And the Ohio Valley is kind of the eastern limit of the bur oak. It is more of a Great Plains, a northern Great Plains tree. It actually grows well into the Great Plains of Canada, where the minus 40 temperatures are not uncommon at all. So it's a very hardy tree. It has a leaf similar to the white oak trees, and the bark is not that similar. Let's do the leaves first, though. It is in the white oak family. The wood, if you were to cut it down and saw it up, would resemble white oak wood. And what I have on the right is 2 white oak leaves that have turned a crimson color with a quarter there for scale. And you can see the lobes are fairly even. The notches are fairly even throughout the whole length of the leaf, and they're probably 4 to 6 inches long. The bur oak has rounded lobes. The lobes often come right down to the stem, the main vein through the stem, I should say. And it tends to be a little more open at the top, so the top is wider than the bottom. And they're bigger, quite a bit bigger, 8 inches long. Sometimes a lot longer than that on the really young trees that are growing real vigorously. And what I have here is a fairly mature bur oak. The habitat which I'm finding them in southwest Ohio is pretty much along these water courses. And not along all the water courses, but I am finding them along some of the major rivers and larger streams. And this one is hugging the banks of Holes Creek, Holes Creek, in Montgomery County, Ohio, at the Grant Park. And the bark is much more furrowed and deeply furrowed than that of a white oak tree. It could be confused with a red oak, but it is definitely a few shades lighter on the tan side of brown than a red oak. And the bark, I would say, almost resembles that of a tulip poplar or an ash, but is a different shade. And the branching of these bur oak trees is very coarse. There's a lot of room between the branches. They don't form a closed canopy. There's a lot of space for light to get through. And they tend to grow in prairie locations and streamside locations where it is not a closed canopy. So we're kind of at the edge of the range of the bur oak here, but it is a species that you will encounter in certain places.